The BMW 3 Series. Where to even begin? Since its inception back in 1975, this car has been turning heads and throttling the automotive world with a touch of class mixed with that bellied roar of performance. It's the gold standard for sporty executive cars, and it's not difficult to see why. Now, when you're talking about collectability and desirability, the discussion inevitably gets subjective. But let's throttle through the fog and highlight some model years that stand out in the crowd. Probably the most iconic of them has to be the E30 generation, which was produced from 1982 to 1994. It was the era of the boxier look, but don't let that fool you into thinking it didn't have a street growl. The M3 variant, especially the Sport Evolution models, are the holy grail for collectors, offering that perfect blend of racing pedigree and everyday usability. Jump forward a bit to the E36 M3, running from 1992 to 1999. It was more refined than the raw E30, and the M3 could be had in coupe, sedan, and convertible body styles. Sure, it doesn't have the same cult status as the E30, but it has aged like a fine wine and has definitely gotten the attention of collectors. Then there's the E46 M3, which spanned from 2000 to 2006. This version brought with it a legion of fans, thanks to its silky smooth S54 inline-six engine and the introduction of the SMG gearbox. The CSL version, a lighter, track-focused marvel, is particularly sought after. Like a shark in a world of fish, it dominated the scene with a fierce but controlled bite. I wouldn't want to throw shade on the newer models. They certainly pack a punch, and the tech gadgets will make any geek salivate. But when it comes to classic desirability, the older, the better. Why? They offer that raw, unfiltered driving experience that new regulations and technologies have swept away. They're the link to a past where cars were an extension of one's will on asphalt. So, to sum it up, for full-on collector's desirability, look no further than the E30 M3. For a blend of modernity and old-school feel, the E46 M3, particularly the CSL, is your ticket. They're not just cars, they're pieces of automotive history, and, like a well-aged scotch, their value only gets better over time. Now, don't get me wrong, each series has its connoisseurs, and BMW has constantly refreshed the 3 Series to keep pace with the times. But there is something ineffable, a kind of audible nostalgia, that comes with the 80s and 90s models. It's a visceral connection, not just a drive.